My next guest, Cardinal Keith O'Brien, is the current Archbishop of St Andrews in Edinburgh. As Archbishop of St Andrews, Cardinal O'Brien acts as Scotland's leading Catholic and leads his conference of bishops. He's a well-known and respected religious leader in Scotland, and I know I can speak on behalf of everyone at SIF when I say that I'm really delighted to invite Cardinal to address the Lodge. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much for your kind invitation, first of all, to come to the lunch, and then in finding I was coming to ask me to say some words. So it is indeed a very great pleasure for me personally to be here with you this afternoon. And one might almost tempted to ask why this has not happened already in Scotland, when there are so many effective links between Christians and Muslims here in our own country and indeed throughout the world. Now, speaking of my own particular religion as a Roman Catholic, I would like you to know that there was a meeting just 1 week ago in mid-June in the Vatican on the value of the Islamic Catholic relationships, and it was hosted by the Islamic Catholic Liaison Committee. The theme of that meeting in mid-June, Christians and Muslims as witnesses of the God of justice, of peace, and of compassion in a world suffering from violence. We're told that the topic was treated from a religious point of view according to the teachings of these two great religious traditions, and 5 final points were presented as being agreed by both sides. And of particular pleasure was the fact that the participants were received an audience by Pope Benedict XVI, who indicated the following. He said he was encouraging them, the members of this liaison committee, to continue their endeavours for the promotion of justice and of peace. And that's what I see will follow on in Scotland from the Scottish-Islamic Foundation. Not just an increase in our mutual knowledge of one another, but an increase in our endeavours to promote justice and peace in our own country, in society in general, and indeed throughout the world. And as is said by Osama Saeed, the chief executive of the new foundation, we believe that it's possible to be progressive in the Islamic faith without having to discard our essential teachings. And no one would ask either group, whether Christian group or Islamic group, to abandon any of our basic beliefs. We honour them, we revere them so highly. But he went on to add that our aims are rooted firmly within the Islamic tradition: freedom, respect, education, families, and justice. And I would suggest that all peoples of goodwill would agree to these aims, and hopefully will continue to share in discussion on them and on the ways in which they can be practically implemented here in Scotland. So I renew my congratulations to you all involved in this launch of the Scottish-Islamic Foundation, and promise you my own personal help and support, and I'm sure that help and support from many, many others here in our country. So I thank you, and I thank you, First Minister, for slipping in while I was speaking.
Once again, I know I speak on behalf of everyone at the Scottish-Islamic Foundation when I thank Cardinal O'Brien for his kind words.